All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig in a Pickle Krug Show. And today we're going to do a little Warrior video on their first round draft choice, Brandin Podziemski. But before we get to Podziemski, let's talk a little bit about Pig in a Pickle, title sponsor of the Krug Show. They're in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin, Wednesday through Sunday in Emeryville. Pig in a Pickle is the best barbecue in all of Northern California. The brisket is amazing. The brisket chili, equally amazing. Check them out. All right, let's take a look at Brandin Podziemski because Podziemski's an interesting guy. And I really think the Warriors got something here with Podziemski. He was Mr. Basketball in the state of Wisconsin, and a really good player. He grew up loving baseball and football, and kind of basketball was his third love. But he became an incredible player through just determination and will. And he actually started studying how to shoot by watching 2K, watching NBA 2K10. But yeah, Mr. Basketball in the state of Wisconsin. What does that mean? That means he was the best basketball player in the entire state his final year in high school. And he went to play for the Illini and just didn't get caught up in a numbers game, didn't play much as a freshman, played very few minutes, decided to transfer to go play for Herb Sendek for the Santa Clara Broncos. And man, did he bust out in a huge way. He was the WCC co-player of the year with Drew Timme. He led the WCC in rebounding at 8.8 rebounds a game, which is amazing. We're talking about a 6'5" guard who had almost 9 rebounds a game. But this guy really gets up. He's got a 39-inch vertical, and he's a strong athlete. As I said, he grew up loving baseball and football and kind of came to basketball late, but this guy can help you in a lot of ways. And he's got 3 what I call dominating traits. One of them is his rebounding. He had 18 rebounds in 2 different games this year. So he's a terrific rebounder. That's one of his major calling cards. The other thing is this guy's got a feel and he knows how to play. He's got a basketball IQ and feel that is really, really off the charts. And then he's got a competitiveness that's off the charts. And then really he was the best shooter in the draft. So, he's got some really high level traits that make his future really exciting. Now, he kind of busted out in high school. He played for St. John's Northwestern Military Academy, and he had a huge final year there. 35 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, 5.6 assists a game, and 4 steals per game. He said that he molds his game after Manu Ginobili, and that's obviously not a bad thing. I love the determination and the winning attitude. I mean, the first thing he told the Warriors is, I want to go 8-0 in Summer League. I mean, which is great to hear. What he meant was 3-0 in Sacramento, and then I think 5-0 in Vegas. But what stands out, his greatest strengths, it's his IQ. This kid's a smart kid, really smart. I mean, I saw him on video a couple days after the draft, and he's like one of these guys that, you're going to rue the day you passed on me. He could name, without looking down at a piece of paper, all 18 players taken in front of him on draft night and where they went in order. I mean, the guy, he's really a smart kid. And not only that, he's got a basketball IQ. But what stands out to me, he's got a great feel, and he knows how to impact winning. He really does. I mean, he shows up to beat you. Some guys are, show up for the check. Some guys show up for the highlights. This guy shows up to win. And I think that's going to be a really, really attractive trait for Steve Kerr, to have another player that's a smart player, that is a high IQ player, that has a tremendous feel and is passionate about winning games. There's no doubt this kid is. He's a smart kid. He showed great peripheral vision, by the way, at the draft coverage. He hugged his mom, hugged his dad, hugged another guy at the table, probably a relative. And as he was turning to the stage, he fist bumped a little 5-year-old who rolled down to the railing to congratulate him on being drafted. Excellent peripheral vision. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, this kid's really, really something. And his dad, described him as a dog. He said he's a dog. He's going to run through a wall for you. He lives to win and lives to get better. This is a guy who plays with a huge chip on his shoulder, and you can kind of see that, and it's exciting. Now, he's got to work on his game. He's got to work on his lateral agility. He doesn't defend at a real high level as an individual defender. Pretty good team defender, but he definitely could use some work there. He definitely needs some work on his pull-up game in the mid-range. He's got a really nice floater, but it was interesting watching his film. I mean, the guy's really talented. And Larry Harris compared him to Jalen Brunson, which, Brunson's kind of a strong guard who kind of knows how to operate in the half court and kind of knows how to draw fouls and knows how to get other people involved, really cerebral player. So, I love to hear Larry make that comparison to Jalen Brunson. So, I think it's going to be interesting watching the Warriors, who already have Steph and Clay and Wiggins and guys who can shoot the ball. And now you're adding a 44% 3-point shooter to that mix. So that's exciting right there. Just the fact that he can shoot it like that. He can rebound, he can shoot. His IQ is incredible. His feel's incredible, but it's the competitive fire. That's the thing that, to me, that separates Podziemski from other players. I mean, I'm really eager to see what he can do with the Warriors. I'm eager to see what kind of minutes he may get as a rookie, because the minutes are going to be tough to come by, and most rookies don't get a lot of time. But he's got a couple traits in his shooting and his rebounding and just his competitive fire and his ability to kind of make plays for others that Steve Kerr may want to get him in there a few more minutes than your typical rookie out of Santa Clara, who's only played, one real year of college basketball. It's actually two, but he didn't play a lot his freshman year. So a lot to like with Podziemski, and I can definitely see him becoming an interesting player for the Warriors. But if there's anything to really love, it's those traits. He's got some traits at the highest level that I think Kerr's going to be able to take advantage of right away. All right. Hope you enjoyed our video. Pig and a Pickle, the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Check him out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. Thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.